hills and fall in great ravines. Colossal steeples to the gods and the machines. Broken body built anew, spirit lingers torn in two. Metal fingers grip my heart so cold. Fossil fuels to slavery, political duplicity. Every great commodity's been sold. Slave to the new black gold, there's a heartbeat under my skin. Search my electric soul for the hidden man within. Your secret science conquers nature's cruel laws, but inside your wires lie a million mortal flaws. Electric sleep, I dream inside my honeycomb. I stay alive inside my hive of skin and chrome. Broken body built anew, spirit lingers torn in two. Metal fingers grip my heart so cold. Fossil fuels to slavery, political duplicity. Every great commodity's been sold. Slave to the new black gold, there's a heartbeat under my skin. Search my electric soul for the hidden man within. Slave to the new black gold, there's a heartbeat under my skin. Search my electric soul for the hidden man within. Broken body built anew, spirit lingers torn in two. Metal fingers grip my heart so cold. Slave to the new black gold, there's a heartbeat under my skin. Search my electric soul for the hidden man within. Slave to the new black gold, there's a heartbeat under my skin. Search my electric soul for the hidden man within. Slave to the new black gold, there's a heartbeat under my skin. Search my electric soul for the hidden man within. Slave to the new black gold, there's a heartbeat under my skin. Search my electric soul for the hidden man within.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to game number 1 between Protectors of Shakuras and Die for Cats. We are going to go ahead and be banning out Dragonshire and Infernal Shrine on the side of the Protectors. We are going to we're banning out Garden of Terror and Towers of Doom on the side of Die for Cats. And we are on the best map in Heroes of the Storm, Barax's Holdout. welcome. This is the draft phase where both teams kind of pick their ones, but we have to start off with banning certain heroes out. Certain heroes that like go against the comp you're trying to go for. Certain heroes that the other team is just really good at, and you're like, I would rather not. And we do have Uther, the Lightbringer, being banned out, first of all. Uther, a healer, but specifically, a healer that enables blow-up teams, because the heals also give armor, which can cause the person to take less damage over a short period of time. So that tells me that Die for Cats does not want a big, heavy engage opponent. We do go ahead and have Tychus being banned out, which Tychus has a minigun, super good at just eating away at huge health pools. So that maybe we're expecting like a Diablo to come out of Protectors of Shakuras, might be a Cho'Gall, might be a Deathwing, but some big beefy person. My arms are so tiny. Look, I just did this. I'm like, oh my god, my arms are so piddly. I had to. I literally could not resist. We do have Anduin being banned out. I like Anduin being banned out because Anduin is the fun police. Anduin has an ability where he just yanks people out of danger, and I'm like, but I want them in danger. I want murder. There goes Johanna as the first pick. Doesn't actually give anything away for Die for Cats. Johanna, the most defensive tank in the game, kind of goes with every comp, but that at the very least says that they're probably not a super engage heavy dive comp. Well, hi, kitty.
Here we go again.
Yeah. Ooh, ah. Your paws are made of sharp. Kitty, kitty, kitty. I'll stop. He's like, what are you doing, weirdo? Yeah, I am a weirdo. I admit it. All right, cat, please sit. I need to make sure the delay is on. Sit, cat, sit! Sit! Okay, delay is on. I have to make sure. So we do go ahead and have, getting back to the things, we have Brightwing and Stukov being picked up. That means both teams does have a healer. We're unlikely to see another healer ban coming out of Die for Cats. Brightwing, the teleporting hero, is going to make it a lot harder to hold. This map has 2 lanes, top and bottom, and Brightwing can teleport between them. Chromie being the dragon mage, just basically Chromie just has a temper tantrum on the beach the entire match and just throws sand everywhere. Do not build a sandcastle around Chromie. Cat! How are you, B-Med? We do go ahead and have Stukov. Stukov is the silencing mage. Very good at lockdown comps, because whenever you stun someone, you can put a hush puddle underneath them and then they can't press buttons until they move out of it, which just, it helps you actually kill heroes with escapes like Genji or Hanzo or Zeratul. Their opponents don't actually, I mean, Brightwing, I guess, does have Blink Heal to get out of danger. Chromie is just kind of messed up. Like, Chromie doesn't have a good way of surviving engages as it is, and Stukov makes that even less likely. Vala does not like Stukov, though, does have a dodge roll to get out of things, and then Mei is able to slide. I just had a mental, like, flash to Fight Club and slide. We do have a Nubarak and Leorc being banned out. I didn't actually mention that because I was too busy describing abilities. Ooh, Zarya. Okay, Zarya is interesting because Zarya is a very defensive hero, is able to shield herself and allies, and does increased damage if people are foolish enough to attack her shields. So, very much a, that'll be interesting because Vala really likes attacking enemy heroes, and it's kind of a balancing act because you don't want to attack them when the shield is up, so you have to be like super ready to stop attacking. Chromie as well, actually. A lot of Chromie's abilities, like, she'll drop a line of sand coming down. I'm doing fantastic, B-Med. It's Cat Night. So it's only correct we started with the cat. And there's the Dehek and Dahaka. Dahaka will do very well into Malthael. Malthael's big scary ability is his ult does do like a lot of, if you're below 33% health, it just outright kills you. It basically does half of your missing health percent. So if you've lost 25% of your health, it does 12.5%. But if you've lost 67% of your health, it does the remaining 33. But Dahaka can, like, burrow down and just avoid that. But here we go into the game. I will get off of your screen. Although, I look really cute tonight. I'm just saying. I gothed it up a little bit. Though granted, it is largely a filter. Though I did put on my goth shirt. So that's something. I also had a momentary, moment where I was just like, oh, Praxis, and I started trying to scroll up and, like, go to the top, and I'm like, I'm not actually playing. But representing Protectors of Shakuras, or Shakuras. It's actually Shakuras. I don't know why I keep saying Shakuras. I think it's funny, and then I realize it's not. It's just dumb. But, we do have Cliff Sandwich coming out on the Chromie. We do have Pants, not, dire pants, just regular pants, coming out on the May. It's gonna be May. We do have Witch Brightwing being played by Johnny K.A. The Boomer 444 is playing the la 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 la. And then we do go ahead and get Aran up here, or Aram up here on the Dehek Dahaka, the dinosaur. On the other side, we do have the Angel of Death being played. Michael is playing Malthiel. That is almost perfect. Malthiel is almost Michael rearranged. Not quite, but it's really close. We do go ahead and have Mark Zombie coming out here on the Johanna. We are going to have Atlas playing Zarya. We do go ahead and have Arthanio coming out here on the Orphea. And Lulu is playing Captain Big Arm himself, Stukov. So this map, both teams are going to fight for these 2 control points. If you control both of them at the same time, you will start releasing Zerg into these holding pins up here. And whenever you get to 100%, the Zerg come out and charge your opponents. Oh, Mark Zombie taking a bunch of damage already. Chromie scouting that out with a dragon coming over. Joe? That's very... I guess you do have a Zarya, and we do go have a nice freeze. Lulu unable to move. They're looking in there. Vola's trying to go in there, but Mark Zombie has no fear. Mark Zombie channeling the 1990s kid and just playing, just putting on their no fear t-shirt. And Vala does go down. Did Vala take the gambit? No, did take fire at will, so at least we'll not lose that. Vala does have a talent that punishes you every time you die. And here comes the channel. Boop. No one channeling down below, though. I'm a fool, can't you see? And they're waiting for me down below, down below, down below. That's my song. I hope you liked it. Right now, Aram going in and taking this top point. Nice scout out by Malthiel. We did briefly have a little bit of channel. We got up to 14% on the blue side. All right, Pants running off. Now we have the orange team channeling. That is normally the red team in game, but for I did turn on colorblind mode for maximum accessibility from my friends. There is Mark Zombie going ahead and getting that. And we do have Malthiel takes out the Dehek Dahaka. I'm sorry I couldn't watch that. There's a lot going on up here. Mark Zombie super low, but does go ahead and use that. And that is going to be a kill onto the blue team. May goes down. That is 3 kills to 0 in favor of the cats. I am not rooting for Die for Cats, but I will mention that this is Cat Night. So it is appropriate if they win. But I'm not actually biased. Okay, Atlas, you just walk through that entire thing. I saw that. So here we have the Zerg wave coming out. The much bigger Zerg wave is down here with the orange team. There is a blue wave that came out, but it's shrimp due. So there's the bottom fort going down. And it does look like Die for Cats are going to go ahead and move away from this battle. Going to get ready to take these camps. The camps will not come up until the Zerg wave is gone, but the Zerg wave is now gone. So we should see them spawning in just a second.
Oh, thank goodness. We live another day.
Atlas going over here, getting a little bit of free energy by letting the towers hit them, obviously with their shield on. All right, this is coming out. The blue team is coming up. It looks like the offlaners have traded positions, although actually Dahaka is not down there just yet. It's just Malthiel at the bottom lane. Here's Dahaka. Dahaka waddling on in. Did Dahaka take tissue? Actually took the I'm gonna fight you talent. Did not take the speedster talent. Speed racer Dahaka is not. That is the big thing, that there's no items in this game like there is in, say, League of Legends. Instead, you do have talents that unlock periodically. Each one has about 3 options that kind of change the way you play. Dahaka does have a talent that makes him go slowly faster over the course of the game, but did not take that. Took the regeneration one, which like causes their health come back more quickly and makes him a little bit better of a brawler. Do go now. We did have our first kill on the side of Protectors of Shakuras. Why do I keep saying that? Shakuras. I know how to pronounce it. Protectors of Shakuras. I guess I'm just feeling like Eastern right now, and Shakuras sounds like chakra, and it makes me think of like chi and ki and all of that.
Make haste toward the beacons. They're up and running.
There's Mark Zombie. That's the thing, Mark Zombie needs to be annoying. The problem that Johanna has is that Johanna does not have the best peel in the game by any stretch of the imagination. So if the enemy team ends up just ignoring the Johanna and aims at someone else, like say this Arthanyu gets pulled back, he's stuck in the time warp, and there is the Hush Puddle, super, super, super low, and goodbye my Orphea. My Orphea, no one else's. Goodbye, Orphea, it's a long, long time. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. So it's going to be a bit of a turnaround. We are now 2 kills to 3, level 9 on both, but right as I say that, we do have level 10 talents, the heroic tier talent, coming out on the side of Die for Cats. Zarya will be taking Graviton Surge, that just kind of like roots people in place and holds them there. Last Rites comes out on the Malthiel, and there it's used, but actually does not get the kill. We do have the big old Captain America shield coming out of Johanna. We are going to get Eternal Feast from Orphea, and then Flail and Swipe. And that there's Stukov. Stukov's got this big meaty arm, and with Flailing Swipe, it becomes kind of like a Dhalsim arm from Street Fighter, and just stretches out and just goes like, everyone, get away from me! So they are moving in. Progress is being made, but they do not have the bottom point. Here comes the on the back line. Oh, Atlas takes a bunch of damage. Is Zarya? There is the time stop coming back. You have nowhere to go, Zarya. So we are at now 3 kills to 4. Both teams do have level 10. The other side did pick up Reign of Vengeance on the Vala. Temporal Loop, which we've seen used several times. Because Chromie cheats, and because Chromie's a time mage, Chromie actually gets their talents 2 levels before everyone else. Which is how Chromie already has the option of picking up her level 13 talent. Even though if you look at the top of the screen, they're only level 11. We do have Isolation on the Tekken Dahaka. Ice Wall and Blink Heal. I'm not gonna say I like saying Tekken Dahaka. It makes me super happy. Lombico, I misread that as good protectors, and I'm like, there aren't protectors on this map. You're thinking of Volskaya. And then I was like, oh, the protectors of Shakuras. Shakuras. I didn't cuss. I came close. I don't know what is wrong with my brain that I keep saying that wrong, even though I blatantly know how it's pronounced. All right, we do go ahead and have Die for Cats channeling the rest of this, but it does look like Dahaka. Oh, Dahaka's down here fighting with the Malthiel? You're not going nowhere. Bye-bye, Michael. But did not get that back. We do go ahead and... Okay, Dahaka did burrow up. Dahaka, like Brightwing, does have an ability to move across the map very, very quickly. But Aura may have bit off a bit more than they can chew. Does go ahead and consume their essence in order to try and heal up real quick. Now here's the thing, no one is down below, and this is not a great big one, but it's still a relatively big, I mean, like, it's not a default small one. Now Arm's going down here to push with it, but here's the real story up top. Hello, Crom. So do you have Die for Cats moving forward? I am gonna have to ask them, does their name mean that they would like die in order to protect their cats? Or is it like a D&D reference where you just put a die in front of a cat and be like, the cat's playing a character and the cat just like knocks the die off?
Zerg eliminated.
Field researchers, so excited, they said. Oh, I'll show them some excitement.
Song is stuck in my head. I'm sorry. I should actually sing that. Song is stuck in my head. I'm sorry. Not really on beat though. That's the wrong number of syllables. I'm just going to make mispronouncing words my thing now. Because if you do it often enough on purpose, then when you mess up, nobody knows you messed up. Oh, Dahaka might be in a bit of trouble. We do go ahead and have Mark's lobby. Oh, be careful, Juking. You do not have the move fast talent. And there we did go ahead and have... that is why Dahaka is so good into Malthiel. Malthiel is not actually hit with Last Rites yet. Last Rites does go, like... every time you hit with it, the cooldown goes down by 5 seconds, down to a minimum of 20 seconds to be able to use it. But it's at 70 right now. And it keeps not actually securing kills, so it keeps not getting any stacks. Because apparently when you are marked for death, you can, like, avoid death by crawling into a hole. That's what depression taught me.
Looks like the beacons are reactivating.
Are they moving in here? Oh, they're at the last pixel? Okay, but there is the Eternal Feast, yeah. Eternal Feast makes it really, really hard to fight over a point because Eternal Feast will keep repeating every single time it hits someone, and that means you have to get off the point, but if you get off the point, you get off the point. And with that double kill, we do have Die for Cats moving on to boss. That is true. They have 2 dragons plus Dahaka, who's almost a dragon. Dahaka's a dinosaur, and when I was a kid, I definitely thought that dinosaurs were almost dragons. We do go have, yeah, that's going to be a dead Vala, and that is also the first stack of Last Rites. So Last Rites definitely now has, this actually might be the end of the game, like with the boss pushing in. We do have Dahaka. Dahaka went down below in order to go ahead and stop this from channeling. But you know what? I don't think that the team cares about the fact they're not getting the map objective. They're just marching across.
Is under attack.
GG is called by Mark Zombie. Boomer agrees. And there we have game number 1 on this amazing Braxis holdout going in favor of the cat team. So, looking at the talents, looking at everything right quick, we do go ahead and have, first of all, in terms of damage, Vala does lead the way in damage, although, you know, actually, no, Vala and Chromie lead the way in damage. I'm not going to count that, 150 damage difference. They both got 41,000, of course, the game, and actually significantly outpaced the Orphea, who did 26,000. In terms of healing, to no one's surprise, Lulu does lead the way in healing. Like, when the top 2 damage dealers are the blue team, there's way more for the red team to heal. So we do go to 59,000 healing coming out of Lulu, 35,000 coming out of Johnny. In terms of the side soak, Arum does beat out the Malthiel, though the Malthiel definitely won a little bit in terms of... Actually, you know what? Never mind. I mean, did win a little bit, but 3 kills versus 2. Although, arguably, 8 kills versus 3. So, depending on how you want to do math. Talents, we got those. We did not actually get to level 16 on the blue team, except for Chromie, because Chromie cheats. And we are going to move into game number 2 in just a second. Now, if you don't mind, just because I was talking about the death march coming in, I have to listen to this song now. I apologize for being the way I am, except not really. Hello everyone, welcome to game number 2. Arrow was so impatient. Arrow's like, you haven't updated the score yet. I'm like, I'm talking. I will update it as soon as I stop talking. Arrow's so grumpy. No, I'm kidding, I'm kidding. We are here on Alterac Pass. Or, if I was a dwarf, Alterac Pass. We do go to have Uther being the first band once again from the cats. The cats and the shots. Fun fact, here in America, we say cats say meow. If in China, they say cats say yaong. And of course, everyone knows in Japan, it's neon. What does the cat say? Meow, 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 meow. We are going to go ahead. Very similar bands this time, at least from the side of Die for Cats. Johanna definitely not banned last time, but Tychus was. What was that a change out for? They banned Tychus first, and then they banned... I think it was the Anduin. Yeah, it was the Anduin they banned second. So Anduin is available. The Fun Police is ready to roll out. 10 long years I can see your ghost. 10 long years I can see your ghost. There goes a Ling Ming. Li 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 ming ming ming. I do not make sense. I'm thankful that all of you put up with me. Dun, dun, da, 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 da.
With every death comes honor. With honor, redemption.
Hello, Cawthon. Yep, you've already missed a whole game. We do go have Hogger. So Hogger is an interesting pick here. Hogger is, actually, no, never mind, because Hogger just absolutely destroys the Null camps. I feel like Hogger does bonus damage to other Nulls. I don't think that's true, but that's sure what it feels like, because he just makes such short work of the camp. And then we do have the Hanzo.
For the alliance above all.
Then we have the Blase and the Anduin. So Lulu does go ahead and get the Fun Police this time around. Not going to see an Anduin banned because she can't. Not allowed. Blaze is also picked up. I assume that that's off-lane Blaze, but it is. I have seen a few teams go main tank Blaze. It's a pretty rare pick though. Vala does get taken out. Not going to. There actually wasn't. I thought Vala was their pick last time. So we do have the Stukov being banned out. Not going to give that over to the side of Protectors of Shakuras. I said it correctly. I've had such a hard time saying Shakuras. This one I keep saying Shakuras. But legit, are any of you Protoss? Maybe Blizzard just says it wrong? We know they're not the most culturally sensitive company. Oh, we do go to have Johnny come in. Johnny, you're an old man. Or at least you're playing an old man. We also do have a Nubrak being played by Pants. Pants. I feel like 95% of heroes in this game wear pants, and you picked one of the only ones that doesn't? So there comes Diablo, another one of them. Legit, the next two picks are characters that don't wear pants just to stick it to me. I feel singled out here. I feel picked on. 10 long years I can see your ghost. We do go and have Boomer being the last pick. We still need a second DPS. We have Hanzo. Who will be Hanzo's buddy? Probably some kind of ability user. You don't usually yep. Oh, Mephisto, that's interesting. Mephisto is very, very good against, like, melee comps, and their opponents don't really have one, but Lunara's weird because she can't be as long range as a lot of auto attackers. So she does end up using her movement to close pretty frequently, especially with the fact that she can slow her opponents. So this might still work out. We'll have to find out. But we're getting into the game right now. I will get into it in just a second. Don't go anywhere. I'll try and get predictions up real fast. All right. I'm dumb. I'm like, what is this and why is it in the way? It's in the way because I activated it last time. Derp. So here we go, real quick. We do go ahead and have game number 2. Protectors of Shakuras is being represented by Pants on the Anubarak. Johnny is playing Deckard Cain. The Boomer is on frickin' Mephisto. Aram is on Hogger. And then Cliff Sandwich is going to be playing the Undead Hanzo. On the other side of the battlefield, representing Die for Cats, we do have Atlas on Hoppy Deer Bestier. We are going to see Arthenu is going to be playing the Li Ming. Anduin being played by Lulu. We do have Michael playing the Blaze. And then Mark Zombie, once again in the tank role, playing the Femme Diablo. Oh, big, ow. That's the problem with Anubarak. Anubarak is not known for his girthy health pool, and that is just going to be a route from the Anduin leading into the Diablo stun and flip, and then that's last year's a squash bug right there. Can y'all tell I grew up in Tulsa, Oklahoma? I actually did. That's obviously an overplayed accent, but that I did legit grow up in Oklahoma, so I'm allowed to do that. Well, guys, none of you bet. I took the time to go and get the prediction, and none of you cared. QQ. Both teams are picking up their camp. Hogger was not relieved from laning duties, so is not going to be able to pick up the camp super easy. Hello, Danon. A little bit of a delay tonight because I am doing a tournament cast, and we don't want the players to want to be over here and find out what their opponents are, so there is a 30-second delay. That song is stuck in my head. Help! Quick, someone in chat sing a song to get it out of there. 10 long years, I can see your ghost. Alright, we do have Pants in the top lane going up against Li Ming, which means there's not a real tank in the middle. Obviously these ranged heroes, especially Johnny, have to be very careful, especially that Diablo can just like zip forward. The thing I love on this map the most is it says prisoners located in 20 seconds, and yet you're showing on the map where they're going to be located. Like, I feel like you've already located them at that point. Oh, Diablo! That's a lot! Diablo just, casually picking up, like, aggro from all 3 towers.
All right, lads and lassies, keep our prison camp from being captured and get our soldiers out of the horde.
So we do go and have the blue team moving forward. They're not very typically. I don't actually see anyone go for this until they are level 7. Level 7 kind of seems to be the go moment. So we do have these two picking up this camp, but of course they're going up against Hogger. Yep, this is the Mark Zombie. Mark Zombie catching a couple of arrows to the knee. You know what? He's still going to go on adventures because he is not going to be, he's not as pathetic as a Skyrim guard. So do go now the blue team starting to channel this. Here comes the other group moving in there. Oh, a lot of damage onto Boomer. Boomer moving back here. I keep wanting to call them Boomer APM. I'm not sure why. That is not their name. Oh, Arlem. We do go and have the poison does take down. Oh, but Mark Zombie went deep. Arlem says, you will not get out of here if I have anything to say about it. And no, Arlem does take that out. But here comes Blaze. Michael trying to get this taken care of. And poor Athanio is over here just being like, I'm trying to save the point, guys. And they're just over here, like on the other side of the map, having a mono duel. Here comes the Alliance, spawning on their fearsome Ram Riders. I do not know why I am continuously seeing Chrono Trigger music to that charge, but I definitely am. And it's been a thing for years. Put the lime and the coconut, you put it both together. Alright, there goes the Mephisto. Mephisto went a little bit deep, went for the heavens. Then we do have Aram going ahead and getting out there. But double stun coming from Michael. Michael moving in. I don't think that they have enough DPS to stop them from walking away. And then they walked away. We do go in and have Atlas moving back over here. Shrugging at this camp. Get it? Get it? It's a joke. It's a literary joke, though. So if you don't get it, read better. Here's Michael moving out, Cliff Sandwich. Aram is sneaking in here. Not really going for the kill on Michael, though, just trying to help push this back. Because Hogger way better at pushing it back, pushing out than Hanzo is. Oh, well, Pants actually had to use their ult in order to get Mark Zombie off them. I like that stun, like forgetting that Diablo's unstoppable. We do have the prisoners coming up in about 15 seconds. I mean, I'm sorry, the prisoners will be located in 15 seconds. Where could they possibly be? Ooh, nice sleep. And then we do have Sleep followed up by the Mephisto. There it is. I was like, Malthiel, no! Mephisto, the boss monster that starts with an M in the Diablo series. They're moving down here right now, starting to move down towards the objectives. They did get a couple kills, but they didn't move fast enough to truly capitalize because their opponents are all back now. And keep in mind, Johnny does have to set up before he can be super useful here. They're going to go down to the bottom of the map right quick. Their opponents are taking this camp, because this is the real map objective. It's basically like the Sentinels on Hanamura. All right, we do go ahead and have Protectors of Shakuras coming in here. Nice stun from Michael, and there is that. Light Bomb comes in. Light Bomb does go ahead and catch. Oh, Boomer super low, and actually not dead. I was preparing to say in super dead, but then Boomer survived somehow, which feels like cheating. I had a whole line set up.
Savages have retaken their camp, pushed back, and unlocked the cage again.
Hey guys, I don't know if you know this, but you're still being pushed right here. Johnny goes ahead and catches a little bit of... Oh, be careful, Johnny! Does have the super pots now, so we'll go ahead and be able to heal themselves up without too terribly much trouble. Lots of damage moving through. Okay, Michael goes forward but misses, but there is the light bomb charge from Mark Zombie. Mark Zombie coming in. That is a kill onto Mephisto. We have Johnny going down as well. Cliff will get out for right now, although Lunara may have something to say about that, is slowing that down, but Lunara walking into danger. Mark Zombie like, come on, come back, I dare you. I double dare you. I double dog dare you. I double demon dare you. Oh, he's thinking about it too? I can feel the demons coming down the wall. Once again, we do have the breath coming out, but Mark Zombie will go down. Mark Zombie living his best zombie heritage. Lunara goes ahead and picks that off as well. They are looking at down here. There is Michael charging into Aram, and Lunara goes ahead and picks that off with the Hoppy Deer best strike. Meanwhile, we do go ahead and have the Wolf Riders, which I'm sorry, I mean... Not to be a Horde fangirl, but Wolf Riders are just inevitably cooler than Ram Riders. Maybe that's because my last name is Wolf and I want to be ridden. Wait, what? What? All right, they are pushing down all three lanes. No one is at top or bottom to defend, although Nubrak is just now showing up. I think it's too late, though. I don't think a Nubrak can stop this. So bottom down, top down, middle is held. Just like bottom boss is the play coming out of Die for Cats. They are moving down here trying to go get this taken out. Their opponents can't really fight into them with the Nubrak down, so they will have to give this up. They do take the camp, and to be honest, this camp has been ignored in the past by Die for Cats. Cats and their attention span, am I right? Alright, both teams angling for top. Although Hogger is not there yet. Aram just now trying to make that rotation. So they're moving through here trying to stop a rotate. I don't think they realized right away, although I think Boomer just scouted out, that their opponents were up there. Yeah, oh, that's the thing, because they didn't deal with this. They were there to try and fight, but their opponents didn't run in, and they're like, well, crap, we have to do something about that, boss. This will give top boss over to the side of Die for Cats. Part of me wants to say if they had just killed it and gone, they may have been able to do something. But the thing is, if they were actively fighting it and the opponents had vision of that, they wouldn't have waited. So that's kind of a moot point.
We've got hordes in our camp. Lock the cage.
So they are having to fight this real quick. There is Mark Zombie in the area looking for a engage. Meanwhile, Hogger is dealing with that camp down below. Lots of damage going on to Pants. Pants trying to get out of there. Nice heal. Does burrow under a pot, which does go ahead and keep them alive. Oh, but that was actually the big ult engage from Mephisto, and they were not in position to follow up. Unfortunate. Alright, Pants does go down to the Li-Ming damage. Lunara helped a lot, but here comes the move in from Aram. Aram went ahead and caught Li-Ming against a wall and just pulverized them. We do go and have the bunker coming down, bunker to save Blaze, and we do go and have the Wolf Riders come out one more time. There's Boomer. Boomer can't go anywhere, all dressed up with nowhere to go. And here come the Wolf Riders coming across that map. All of the lanes are pushed pretty firmly, and they're gonna have a hard time fitting this with 2 people down. I would almost guarantee you they're losing a keep to this, possibly multiple. Alright, there's the top fort going down. They're now working on the middle. Although, there's a nice stun. Lulu in a lot of trouble. Just go ahead and get out there. You have to self-light bomb, best light bomb. That is going to be a kill on Blaze. Blaze moved in order to protect Lulu, but Lulu did get caught inside that cocoon and was not able to pull the Blaze out. Mark Zombie is a little bit isolated. Tried to go ahead and lead. Oh, there is the Fun Police, Anduin coming in, making sure nothing bad happens to Mark. Man, Hanzo wants this. Cliff is like, I want to make a sandwich out of your skull. Second pull, Mark Zombie is absolutely clinging to Lulu, not necessarily by choice. Lulu's just like, come over here, come over here. Both teams are at level 20 at this point. We are going to go ahead and see Mimic. Play of the game, no control, rewind, and bottomless flask. On the side of protectors of Shakuras, we do get inner fire, intensifying toxin, burn notice, hellgate, and temporal flux coming out of the side of Die for Cats.
More of our soldiers have been taken prisoner. Let's take them back.
A little bit of damage onto Arthanio.
You'll never get me out of this bunker, heathen!
So they are pushing in, and they need to be a little bit careful because there is a camp pushing their mid lane, and that camp, I don't think it will end, but whenever you lose 2 of your keeps, then it suddenly becomes a lot more dangerous, and your core can die. One lane, it's almost impossible for the core to die. Alright, there's Michael with the charge in onto Aram. There is a big arrow. Arrow catches several people. There is a follow-up stun going through. A little bit spread out. I don't think Mark Zombie was who you wanted to get there. Mark Zombie does go ahead and use the APOC flip. Actually, Pants survives. I thought Pants was dead 1000% of the time. Michael moving back down very low. They're looking for this. They're trying to move in. But they need to be careful. They haven't actually secured any kills. And like I said, that camp is now through the fort. So now their boss is being aggressed upon by 2 lanes. This is a problem. Okay, they do have Boomer back there to help to clean up. I'm like, guys, your boss. Johnny, you're an old man. What a fine mage you would be. But by far, my favorite tank is Mark Zombie. That's not anything against the tank on the other side. It just worked for the rhyme scheme. Let me make sure that no one thinks that I'm being biased. I just sang the song and then I saw an opportunity for a funny joke. Alright, the Blaze has gone to the middle lane. They are a little bit spread out. Lunara is holding down this point, trying to get another Wolf Rider run, which means that only 3 of them are over here. That could be a problem, but there goes the final fort. There is no more shielding on the dwarf. Alright, there's, tons of damage coming through. Looking at Mark Zombie, we did have the Nubraku go in deep. They're trying to stop this. It is 4v4, but meanwhile, the core is taking a lot of damage. The core is taking a lot of damage. Johnny. Okay, that is probably game with the Wolf Riders coming out and with 2 more going down. I do not think they have the ability to stop this. There's Chris Sandwich trying to go in and get out of there. Michael wants this, but is not going to get it. And meanwhile, the core. The returning fire did it. Diablo died, but Diablo took down the dwarf. Let me go and see if I can get an interview set up right quick. I will be after these messages. I'll be right back.
Welcome to Delta, boys. The first brood of the cog is. Boy, get your head down. Boy, get your head down. Boy, get your head down. Born to a world of struggle, raised with my brothers 3. As a boy, I learned through a burning world that nothing ever comes for free. As soon as I could hold a gun now, I was out on the killing fields, fighting in the war to save my home from a field.
Alright, and because Arrow is here and Arrow is demanding, let me go ahead and update that real quick. Boop, boop. So, looking at things while I wait to see if anyone's going to come over here and talk to me. Talk to me. Oh, and speak of the devil. Hello, I am joined by Lulu and Arthenu.
Hello.
Lulu didn't invite me, I just showed up.
You know what? I don't mind. If Lulu minds, Lulu can talk to you about it later.
It's fine.
So, first of all, kind of a give me a question, but how are you guys feeling right now?
Feeling good.
I know it's like, is this a trick question? Is this as obvious as it seems? Very, very good series. It definitely felt a little squirrelier in the second game than the first. The first game, you had a very, very dominating control of it early on, and then it started to slip away from you, and then you reestablished. So first of all, thank you for a back and forth Praxis game. Those are rare.
So, Braxis is kind of a controversial map for some members of our team, but personally, it's my favorite map.
It's my favorite map too. You are correct.
It's just fun.
It's fun, and it's very, very different than most of the other maps, and it's all about rotations or just like being able to show up unexpectedly. And there are not a lot of maps that really like emphasize those traits. But looking at Braxis, it was kind of interesting that it's one of those where the boss didn't come into play until the very last second, and you didn't even have to contest the boss. You just like pushed your opponents back, took the boss, and just walked in through top. It was funny that Dahaka got the bottom point, and you guys were just like, we don't care.
Yeah, it's I think at that point in the game it was a little bit we felt like we had the momentum significantly swing in our direction, and they would probably be on their back foot and not able to respond to any aggressive play. So that's what we were rolling with. We were just gonna go ahead and slam on the gas.
So I do have a question from Joselle. Joselle says that on Braxis, the protectors of Shakuras clearly had the better draft because they had 2 dragons and you had none. What was your plan to overcome a double dragon comp? Because we all know that those are, like, they got their whole game about them.
That is true. There is a whole game. Lulu, do you have any thoughts on that?
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what the Double Dragon game is, so
Brightwing was one of the dragons. Is Dahaka a dragon? Is that what we're calling it?
Dahaka isn't, but Chromie is.
Oh shoot, Chromie is. That is true.
And
but what's the game about Double Dragons? Is it WoW?
no, there's an old arcade game called Double Dragons. There were a whole bunch of them.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
that's
it was a fighter game, kind of like Streets of Fury. I know what you're talking about.
This is the problem with interviews with Rocka. Rocka does not ask regular questions, so you're just like, what the hell is she talking about?
I got what you're talking about. Our reasoning was basically, I don't know, Zarya.
I mean, Zarya was definitely a pick I don't see very often, but it definitely seemed to help out quite a bit. And I would very regularly. First of all, actually, I just have to ask. There was a point, I think it was in the second game, where Diablo dove under all 3 towers to try and get a kill. Is that something that Mark does a lot, or was that just I thought I would hit the wall?
So there's 2 things that happened. I'm not sure which one you're talking about. One in the early game where he went, oh no, I hit my button on Hogger, and he like did his Hogger thing away, and apparently I followed him through the wall. That happened, which ended really poorly. And the other time where we were like, oh, rotate safely around the keep wall, and he's like, no, it's fine. And then he did that, and I followed him, and it ended less well for me, I think, than it did for him. Both were not ideal.
I do have to actually say, while we're talking about it, there was definitely one point where I think Diablo was running for his life for about 5 minutes. You pulled him out of danger twice, and you ran all the way from their core back to your fort and just being chased the entire time.
That was my Benny Hill moment. Yeah, that's like the greatest possible accomplishment as a healer. A base chase.
Well, you did very, very well. I do have to also say a slight shout out to Mark Zombie. I don't know if you watched it at the end, but Mark died, and then the returning fire from his fire stop ended the core.
So it's really funny that you bring that up, because Mark Zombie was running to the core, and in our comms he actually said, "I'm gonna be the only one on the kill screen. I'm gonna finish the core and be on the kill screen." And then he died, which we all found very funny to us.
So
But, I guess he technically still made the kill screen, but
I mean, his fire was on the kill screen.
yeah.
So, last question I have. I always ask a variation of this. Why is your team called Die for Cats?
That is an excellent question. I am so glad you asked. So Arsenal, Mark, and I have been on teams together off and on since season 5 with Nexus Cats. And Atlas and Michael were on Die for Vision in the past. And so we kind of morphed it into Die for Cats. And that was just kind of like, oh, haha, we'll just like morph that and that'll be the group chat name as we were trying to figure out what we were going to do for the season. And then Arthana got us a little team logo and we loved it. And so it stuck. In all of its unhinged AI generated image glory.
So the other question I have to ask, because I when I first saw it, I was like, I don't know if this means that they will die to protect their cats, or if it means they're playing a D&D game and the cat is there, and you're just like, I'm just going to put this die in front of the cat and he'll knock it off, and that means the cat's playing too?
We don't know
Yeah.
either.
That's the beauty of it. The first version, it was just sort of he was a warrior, and my boyfriend went, "Oh, you should have it be like a game die," and so that was version 2.0, and that was when we were all like solidly like, "Yes, this is the logo, this is the team name, absolutely." So it's all of it, it's none of it, it's whatever you want it to be.
And then, because Coffin has already asked for it, at this point, I'll turn it over to you for any shout-outs you might want to give.
Arth?
Yeah. I'm gonna give a shout out to my mom who can't hear this right now, but that's okay. Maybe one day she will. And then shout out to my team, I guess.
Shout out to the cats.
Yeah, shout out to all 13 of the cats between the 5 of us that played tonight. This is the highest per capita cat team that I've ever been on, and it's working well so far.
Okay.
Shout out. Go ahead.
I do have to ask, is that 2 to 3 per person, or is there just someone on your team that's like, I have 10 cats?
Oh,
So
no.
Arth has 5. Michael has 4. I have 2. Atlas has 1, and Mark has 2.
Well, Atlas, get it together. What are you doing?
I know, right? What is he even doing with his life?
He's something nice. Don't worry.
I will mention, literally the first thing in this cast is me holding my cat up to the camera.
Beautiful.
So, let me give it back over to you because I interrupted your shoutouts.
Oh, you're so fine. I was gonna say, shout out to Protectors of Shakuras that we played tonight, and you, Raka, for picking up our cast. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely my pleasure. Switch over to a screen that has my camera on, and my camera is not set up correctly. Fantastic, love that. But I will let you go enjoy the after party. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Thank you.
And I will catch you in the next one. For anyone that is in chat, this is, as I said, Cat Night, because in 1 hour I will be casting, oh dang. I just blanked. In 1 hour, I will be casting from D West, Murky Chasers versus Cats on my keyboard. So join me for the continuation of Cat Night in right about now. Or actually, right about an hour, we'll try that. For the time being, though, we'll go on right over to Mundane Zebra, who may or may not be casting. I just don't know. I thought I saw Ektar earlier, actually. Is Ektar casting and just doesn't show up as an event? 1 second, I'm checking. What the? My Chrome is haunted. I don't care what's new in Chrome. Don't give me ads right now. Oh my god. Okay, so Ektar is casting. Boom. Okay, yep, we're going over to say hi to Ektar. Ooh, and Ektar changed their Twitch name. It's just Ektar now. Love that and keep up with it.